Yes, I did see how the mini-map moved based on my position. I was very impressed by that as well. There's a lot of really impressive things with this game. I can see why they call it such a technological marvel. There's a lot of stuff that no other SNES game has had. Primarily being the voice acting, but also having a kind of real-time, like half real-time sort of combat. Visually, incredibly impressive. Alright, Savory, if Star Ocean has taught me anything, Savories are permastat items. Wait, isn't that a Tails thing? Max HP. Man. I mean, plenty of SNES games have like little sound effects that emulate voice acting. That's not the thing. Tales of Fantasia does not have actual voice acting in the cutscenes though. Like, even freaking Zelda goes hat hoot hat when you swing his sword and shit, you know? Like that's not entirely unique, but having like actual cutscene with voicing, that's huge. PlayStation and PlayStation games still don't even do that in a lot of cases. Yes, like I said, some effects or spells had it. I'm talking about cutscenes, specifically cutscenes. Having a little ha hoo yeah thingy is one thing, but yeah. Star Ocean gameplay is often compared to by the Tales series of video games by Namco, which is a coincidence after release of Tales of Fantasia, practically the entire design department left and found Atreus. Yeah. Although it does slow down on this ocean here. This is a pretty impressive ocean for an SNES. But the game is definitely like slowing down a little bit here. It's like, oh gosh, I can't keep up. Exist! Yeah. Sprite work is disgustingly good. Like, look at even like the battlefield here. We'll get into another battle here in a second, I'm sure. Like at first the battlefield seemed a little bit bland and generic, but then I was just looking at it and it's really, really good. Like look at the battlefield. There we go. It has like 4 different kinds of grass and like 3 or 4 or 5 different shades across different parts. It's just really, really, really pretty. Just incredibly pretty. Even the sky just isn't just blue. It has a different, like, it just looks freaking pretty. There's this like 4 or 5 different shades of blue it just in the sky alone. It's not just flat blue, you know? It's not like, you know, your 3-year-old kid drew a picture on for the fridge with like, you know, scribbles and stuff. It's just they use one blue, you know, like it's just really, really impressive visually. Insanely good visual sprite work. And it even makes you feel like you're on like a field that goes back because of the angle that it puts you at, you know? Just really damn good sprite work. Probably the best looking SNES game I've ever seen. And it's more than just the sprite work, it's the level of detail. Like look at these steps. There's like little crumpled steps here and there. Like there's some really unique tiles going on here. The path, it feels wild and unnatural, but just kind of carved out by people walking on it over a long period of time. It doesn't feel like it's this straight, you know, 2 by however, you know, two tile wide path. It's this wild, untamed path, and it just kind of goes all over the place, and that's really impressive. There's a lot of different variations in the like the height of where you're at, you know. It's not just you're on this flat plane and you walk, like you're going up and down and up and down, and there's little parts of the terrain that are at different varying levels or layers in this case, but There's just so much visual, like, polish. It's actually remarkably good. I hope that this level of detail stays there, because in later Star Ocean games, they're not visually very impressive. Most of the later Star Ocean games are just like, you know, you get an okay looking town, but generally speaking, it's just, you know, here's your generic hallway dungeon times 15. Zetathon, thanks for the host, dude. Oh, you mustn't. Oh, okay. This is the end of the cool. I tend to be here until I die. Blah, blah, blah. If you know you can be saved by Mountain Medox herbs, why don't you just, like... You know, if Mountain Medox herbs were so amazing, how come they don't regularly collect them? And how would they know, if they'd never used it before, if it would cure their stone? It's Miley, after her. But I gotta look for treasures first. Man. What a visually striking game. Just really pretty. You know what? Another thing that I really like, usually herbs get you stoned. Yeah. What I like about the houses is they're not just like your generic square house lined up or whatever. Like these look like full-on houses with multiple rooms and stuff, like an actual house, you know? It's not just here's your block house, repeat tile set over and over and over again in a perfectly symmetrical design, you know what I mean? I hate it when towns, like Legend of Legaia did that. There was like so many towns where it's just like row of buildings with paths surrounding it, and that's the town, you know, just symmetrical stupidity. I hated that. This is just like the level of like little paths and side things you could take, and how it wraps around nature and stuff. Just so good, man. The artists of this game knew what was up, like how to create a world. Because listen, nature is wild and untamed, and it doesn't give a shit what you think. And especially in an older techno era where, you know, you're swords and knights and stuff, medieval kind of style, you don't really know how to, like, what do you call it? Basically, what's it called when you just basically move the earth and not terraform, it's just, you build around nature, okay? That's what you do, because you don't have heavy equipment to just level off everything, you know? Landscaping, I guess, would be a good part of it. I've kind of see that as like landscaping as like flowers and gardening and stuff, you know, kind of thing, but maybe I'm wrong on that. But either way, the point is that when you don't have heavy machinery to do all the big lifting for you and level off the landscape, you build around nature. And nature is not symmetrical. Nature doesn't have little pockets for you to just be perfectly cozy and have visually pleasing stuff. But this asymmetry, this is what's pleasing to me, because it shows a greater understanding of the world and how nature is, and that they built around it, you know? It's just, like even the walls are kind of look like they're kind of going down instead, because they have to accommodate for height, you know, of whatever. It's just, man, it's so good. It's so good. It's just, all of it so far is just so, this is how visual should be done. Thank you, King, for the 47 months. Visual should always be done in a way that makes the most sense logically, and this is it. This is the way, because it's like wild little river going through the town, and they just kind of work around it. Even like this actually makes sense right here, because, okay, so if a river is flowing, let's say it's flowing down, when the river flows down, the water is going to be pushing, and it's going to push into here, and it's going to slowly erode a little pocket. That's how, you know how rivers snake? The reason rivers snake is because they hit parts of the wall and slowly erode and bounce off and direct towards another way, and then erode that part, and then it comes back and erodes another part, and eventually forms a snake-like formation. And that snake-like formation actually gets more pronounced and more pronounced over time, until eventually it can actually form lakes that way. And this little pocket makes sense if the river was flowing down this way, because it would come down, it would hit this little pocket and start eroding it slowly, and then it'd come back down through there. Like that actually, it looks like there might be a waterfall-ish thing. I'm not sure. But the point is, like, to me, that actually makes perfect logical sense to have that. And I don't know if it was intended or what, but it's just a nice touch. And seeing those kinds of things just makes me really, really, really happy. Looks like your dad got sick. Do not come near me. You must not touch me. Father, I can no longer be saved. I can't even be by my father's side or hold his hand at a time like this. This can't be happening. Edge and Dorn, will you take my daughter back to town? Yeah, spread the disease there too. Miley, let's go. Miley! What was that? Sorry, everyone. Wait. Darn. Did you plan on going all by yourself? You want to get the herb on the summit of Mount Maddox, don't you? Well, duh. I can always tell you what you're thinking. What were you thinking going to such a dangerous place all by yourself? I'm sorry. Look at me. Huh? Cheer up. All we have to do is find the herb and then your father will get better, right? Yeah? But... buts. I don't like looking at your face when you're sad. Dorn? Watashi love you, Desu! You... Dorn, what's wrong? Are you okay? I'm just 420 blazed it, stoned out of my mind. Bro, stay away from me. It's nothing. What? Hold on, I'll go get somebody. She got a floofy tail. Edge, it's Dorn, he's... Whenever there's trouble, the first thing she says is always Edge. Edge, it's Dorn, he's... Let's hurry. Let's touch him a whole bunch. Maybe that'll help it. Are you okay? What are you talking about? But you were just... said it was nothing, didn't I? Don't get me wrong. I was just a bit dizzy from standing up. But anyway, Edge, let's go get the herb on the summit of Mount Maddox. We're gonna save Miley's dad. Yeah, it's to the north of Cool then. Right. Fell worms show up there, though, so we gotta be careful. Yes, touch me. Touch me. You know what I'd like to know is where the save points are. Oh, I found it. Boom. Oh, we got Miley in our party. Yes, Miley Cyrus has joined the party. Nice. This whole intro is very pointed to today's whole coronavirus scare. Basically, don't touch anybody or anything, and just Monka S. The door's locked. It's definitely Miley Cyrus. Don't forget, you don't want to sneeze on your arm or anything, because then you'll get snot all over your shirt, and that's just gross. You don't want to get your shirt sick. That'd be really unfortunate. So make sure to sneeze out in the open so everybody can share in your sneeze enjoyment. I don't like how running seems to be random. Like sometimes you can run and sometimes you can't. I'd like to be able to run all the time. Not a fan of the battle intro sound effect, it's a little rough. Oh, he learned. Well, Miley has a permanent spot in my party if there's multiple party members to choose from. She also's got a super duper big floofy tail, which makes her kind of a winner. Plus she has heal, so you know. Oh, we found the beach. It's definitely Miley. Listen, how does Miley Cyrus spell her name? M-I-L-L-Y, right? It's M-L-M-M, oh, it's one L? Oh, well. She's still Miley Cyrus. She's still Miley Cyrus in my heart! Hey, Kurai! Thank you for the 8 months, dude. Thank you. Kurai me a river. Now, spectacles are traditionally a Tails thing. Interesting. I understand that, like, you know, the Fantasia team made this as Tri-Ace, but it's interesting that they took so many staples of well, I guess there wasn't really a staple of the Tails series at that point. The staples of Tails only were developed after several Tails game, and Fantasia was the first, so I guess that doesn't really make sense. I'm lost, Smile. Thanks for the help, Dorn. Appreciate it, buddy. Dorn is really just an adornment. Because he sits there and does nothing. He's just there for visuals. Ah, so you're a funny guy, huh? Tell me a joke then. Star Ocean with Claude is Star Ocean 2 on the PlayStation. This is Star Ocean, period on the SNES. Oh, Mount Maddox is north of Cool. Oh, I see the little mountain formation now on the map. Maybe it only... I feel like I would have noticed that. Maybe it only appeared once I read the sign correctly. Huh, maybe. That would be really cool if there was a dynamic map building as you search things and get information. I doubt that's a thing, but that'd be hella cool if it was. Cool village, bro. You know what they say, though. I mean, like, the stone is always cool to the touch, right? So I mean, makes sense. Does magma count too? I mean, yeah, magma's totally cool to the touch. Try it for yourself. This game isn't just pretty nice looking for an SNES. It's probably the most visually impressive game on the SNES across the entire freaking library, dude. Now, Maddox. This is insanely good, not just pretty good. Careful, there are foul worms around here. If they touch you, they can stick their eggs in you. If the eggs hatch, we're in serious trouble. Oh god, I just got shivers. Just, so gross. That stuff skews me out, man. Oh, these are fell worms. Don't plant your eggs in me, bro. Miley Cyrus learned Deep Mist. Are you okay? Yeah. Make sure to get rid of any fellworm eggs. I know, if they hatch, we're in trouble. Right. Yeah. FF6 and Chrono Trigger are among the ones that age the best due to the quality. Well, that says EA. Oh, sorry. This is EA, and this is high. So yeah, yes, no. Hey. Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 6. There's a couple other that age really well, sprite work, but yeah, because of that good sprite work. Look at the battle scene, dude. It's so pretty, man. Well, DKC is technically a 32-bit game, isn't it not? Because they added like a special chip to the cart. So DKC games are like enhanced just on the system that they're on based on the stuff in their cart or something like that. You know, I watched Bahamut Lagoon and it had this weird, like, even though the sprite work was good, it just like layered it poorly. And it looked really awkward. It was like awkward the whole time. To me. I don't know. I will say though, after playing this for just the short hour that we have already, I'm very interested in the remaster. And the remaster's on Switch, right? Or is that the remake of a remaster, or a remaster of the remake? Oh man, Moody Robot, thank you for the 47 months, dude. Thank you. Blaze Sword. Blaze. Blazer. Laser. PSP is the remaster. Oh, I think I have the PSP remaster. Hold on. Yeah, I have the PSP remaster right here. Star Ocean First Departure. Wow. Is Star Ocean first departure on my viewer choice list? Are you okay? Don't touch me. Jeez, I'm just worried about you. What's with this attitude? I got the boner disease. I'm gonna be hard in a minute. I mean, the stone disease. It's gonna be rock hard in a minute. It's nothing, don't worry about me. Wait a minute, you've been... Seems when I touched that pigeon, I got infected somehow. What pigeon? Oh no. You should go back home. No, the petrification hasn't started yet, so I'm okay. But... I said I'm okay. Alright, I got a skill. Let's lose with the double attack of a sword clad with the power of flame. Birds actually transmit a whole bunch of disease. Ever heard of the flu? That one's a pretty big one, I hear. Birds are filthy little creatures. They are disgusting. First Departure is on the list. Okay, cool. I'm very anxious to play it now. Although, I think since the Switch version is only a remaster of the remake, I'll be fine with playing the PSP version first. If we take that flower back with us. Oh, hello. There wasn't supposed to be anyone here, but... There was nobody here when we searched just 30 minutes ago. Well, since we've been spotted, there's nothing we can do. Let's have them cooperate with us. Who are you guys? Did you come to get the herb too? There's no need to fear us. Although I know it's pointless to say that. My name is Relax's J. Kenny, which is, by the way, Claude Kenny's dad. Where do I start explaining? Where did you appear from? Stay away from us! I'm Sylvester Stallone. I shall explain for the captain. I can't answer your previous questions, but we're your friends. Really? There's no way anybody as suspicious as you would be our friends. We only came to get that herb. Out of our way, idiots. If you're going to cure the illness, there's something better than this herb. Just who are you guys? I just ran into an SNES multi-type at the rental store. Yeah, they're not that bad. They're not that bad. I really want one, but like, if I get one, it's not like I can play through